What's going on, everybody? A little bit of an early stream today because I won't be here later this evening, later tonight, I should say. So, let's get a tweet out nice and quick saying exactly that. Dearest at Marvel Champions, whoops. Dearest at Marvel Champions, streaming early today because I won't be around later tonight. Please, okay, tweet. Okay, I also don't know if this is going to be a full stream or if it's going to be a slightly shorter stream. We're gonna play it by ear, guys. That's all we can do, because yeah, I gotta go at some point here, but try to stay as long as possible. With that said, Haley Miracle, stop. Haley, thank you very much. Appreciate it as always. Saying, what is this? A daytime live stream, you say? That's correct. A daytime live stream, I do say. Tobias, so close to the slap, saying it's early. It is early. Tobias, thank you though, man. Definitely appreciate it. Shed, also appreciate you, man, saying, wow, with the quickness, Haley. Very quick. Very, very quick. But yeah, thank you, all three of you. Someone's name is going to pop back up in just a sec whenever my little system here. Oh, there we go. There's Tobias. But yeah, we can. Ooh, wait, was there more than one offer for this? Oh, there was. This is. Nah, I don't care about this though. All right, let's go get into some stuff. Got to do a little bit of an energy dump first. So wait, BG, you're doing a night stream tonight? No, I'm not. This is the stream. I tried to stall to make it as close to the night stream as possible. But this is the stream for today. So yeah. Let's get rid of all this stuff. We can stick with Angie. A little Angie action over here. Who else do I need on the team for Angela? Nobody, right? I guess we'll put Aegon on the team, though. There we go. Get the extra little Fury potency. Why not? We're going full-blown Angela team here. Oh, you know what? It doesn't matter. It's just Master. I was going to say, maybe I should have taken out the Heimdall synergy, because I don't feel like dashing back and hold and block. I was doing a little bit of Cavalier exploration today, which is why I had those champs on the team together. Alright, to get that potion, we gotta go this way. Joining you on the Arena Grind, BG. Dexter, alright, sounds good. Sounds good, man. I'll be in the arena momentarily. When will the Realm of Legends potion farming come out, BG? Soon, man. I'm sorry. I know I keep saying it. It's not for lack of trying. It's just waiting on something specific here that is not fully in my control. So yeah, you'll see when the video goes live. I'll explain if it's not obvious when the video is actually out as to what the delay was. I will explain during live streams after. But yeah. Have you muted? Can you give me a thumbs up if you're grinding for Sim Supreme? Oh, wait. Oh, thumbs down if you're just grinding for milestones. Oh, yeah, just milestones. I already have Sim Supreme. We've got Sim Supreme as a 6-star already. And I mean, I think my 5-star... I was about to say I think my 5-star is Sig 200, but actually I don't think that's the case. It actually kind of would be nice to awaken my 6-star Sim Supreme, but... yeah, this was not the arena to be grinding for. Plus, I already have 3 mystics that are rank 3, and kind of already am thinking about the next one that will probably not be... actually, no. I was going to say, I was thinking about maybe ranking up another mystic that was not going to be Sim Supreme. But the reality is, I want all 3 of these Mystic Champions to go to rank 4 at some point, which means I need to start banking Mystic Tier 5 class Catalysts right now, because each one of those is going to cost 2. Doom needs to be my first champion to go to rank 4. Then Sorcerer Supreme might need to be my second, straight up. Morningstar doesn't necessarily need to be my third. Morningstar will likely stay at rank 3 for a bit. But like my next 4 Mystic Catalysts, man, they're locked in. Depending on how long it takes to get rank 4 6-star champs, but you know. Yo, BG, have you looked at Diablo buff details? I have not, man. I have not yet. Slave 1, Senate 05. Thank you, dude. Saying just ranked my 5-star Human Torch to rank 5 to turn around and pull a 6-star from completing 6.2. Whoa. Well, that might feel a little strange, feeling like you may have wasted resources or something like that. But honestly, that's such a good champion. Just, yeah, congrats, man. Congrats on now having the 6-star version of the champ. I don't know if you're necessarily going to make good use of having 2 of those champs. To be honest, I kind of do want to get 2 of those champs. Well, I mean, I have the 6-star ranked up, but like I've been slowly ranking up my 5-star version, not because it's super important to have currently, but I think at some point it'd be nice to have 2 for my incursion runs. There's some times where you kind of just need a torch. You got like a crazy Mephisto or something like that at the end of a room or something. But anyway, that's a little bit of a special circumstance. Eric Nelson sent over $1 saying tweet. Let me see where you're at. I don't want to rank 5 magic, but I don't know what to do. Okay, we got a lot of expiring resources here. Magic is a solid champ to have ranked up, but if you don't want to go with magic, I'd probably rank up this Awakened Mojo to rank 2. I don't know, Mojo's not everybody's cup of tea. I happen to really like the champion, but yeah, not for everybody, so you may have to try him out for yourself. You could always do the trade-in system if you're just not a fan of any of these champs, but dude, Magic, I think Magic is always good. Like, if I were in your shoes, I would be ranking up Magic. When I say Mojo, I just mean, like, if I really was opposed to ranking up Magic, then I would go with Mojo. That's all. Defense it is. Yeah, that's dude, I wasn't even thinking about defense, actually. But you're absolutely right. I mean, that's his biggest use, is defense. I was thinking about offensively. But, yeah, that's where you're going to get the most out of, for sure. Tom Garino, Senate 05, saying, is this your full-time job? If not, what is? I don't know. It's weird because, yeah, YouTube is a full-time job and then some. If you consider it like hour-wise, like how many hours go into editing videos or streaming or something like that, but I don't know. Most days it doesn't feel like a job. The only time it really feels like a job is editing videos kind of sucks. I kind of hate it, and at the same time I kind of love it because it's a creative outlet, you know? I wanted making video games to be my creative outlet, but that's a lot harder than just making a video. So I kind of do like making videos, but I also kind of hate it. So yeah, making certain videos can feel like a job. Streaming never does, though. So yeah. It is my primary source of income, though, if you want to consider it that way. But not my only source. But that's kind of all I want to say. I mean, the Bald Cap Company is my primary source. If we're talking like the big bucks here. But, yeah. Cutoffs? Oh, good call. Forgot about the cutoffs. But yeah, Tom, thank you very much, man. I am really just allowed to do this because of you guys, though. Pretty much. That's what it comes down to. But thank you, man. Appreciate it. Can you place the pre-fight with 5-star torch and use your 6-star? No. So I don't think you can do that. I see Chicken Tender saying yes. From what I understand, though, the pre-fight has to match the star level. So if someone else uses a 6-star torch pre-fight, you can go into that fight in Alliance War. But I don't think they could do the same with like a 5 or a 4 or a 3-star torch. I don't think they can like gift a pre-fight. Yeah, Jay's in here confirming no torch pre-fights must match star level. That's what I thought. Yeah. What's up, Jay? How you doing, man? Let's cut off for Summoner Trials. I don't know. I don't know if people keep track of that stuff. I'm sure someone out there is, but I've never really looked at it. Alright, yeah. We'll just start with this team, I guess. Hi, boo. Tom Garrido sent over another 5 saying, thanks for the content. Oh, thank you, man. Like I said, wouldn't be possible without your support. So, thank you very much. Hi, Brian. How many beans could a bean? 4. Approximately, give or take. You don't have to be ashamed. We know about your OnlyFans page. Well, of course, you know about my OnlyFans page. I'm only talking about it every 5 minutes. If you guys want to check out the OnlyFans, I've got the nudie pics. I don't know. Check the link in the description. If you want to see me without the bald cap, that's the place to find it. BG, do you grind for a hero? This time, no. Right now, I'm grinding for milestones. The next hero, I don't know what the next hero I'm going to be grinding for. I don't know what they are going to be. I really want to grind for 6-star Odin. Unless something crazy comes up, I'm going to commit to grinding for a 6-star Odin when it comes through the basic. I don't know. I feel like he's my type of champion. He doesn't even get talked about that much, but he's my type of champion. I like having the pre-fights from the extra powerful pre-fights. I like having multiple sets, a 5 and a 6-star Odin that I could put on both of my champs in the incursions, or even gift it to an incursion mate. I think that's fun. So yeah, I really want to go for Odin. But outside of Odin, I don't know who my next grind. I don't know, and I don't even know when Odin's coming through. I know we talked about this not that long ago. But let me just look at this actually. This is so much easier than. Actually, you know what? Screw it. We will go to the. I'm going to Reddit. Damn it! I'm curious. Can't wait any longer. Need to see the upcoming champions in the arena. Who they are. Let's see. Okay. Arena, cutoff history, perfect. Okay, so this that I need to look at. Okay, so right now we have Spider-Gwen in the arena. So we've got Luke Cage coming up next. Don't need to grind for him. I have him already as a 6-star. It'd be nice, actually, to get him awakened, but I hardly play the champ, so yeah, it's definitely not going to happen. Colossus I already have awakened. Then we have Jubilee. Good luck, Dragon. Then we have Cable, who I already have, and then some. Then we have Strife, Yellow Jacket, Psycho Man. Psycho Man's an interesting one. I kind of enjoyed Psycho Man. His damage sucks so bad. But I kind of enjoyed his playstyle, so that's an interesting one. Maybe I would grind for Psycho Man. Maybe I would grind for... No. Well, if I can't pull Mangog by the time his arena comes around, I'll at least grind for a 5-star version for synergy purposes. And then Odin. Okay. So, we're still a ways out from Odin, but won't be that long. Okay, cool. Aldo Sapiens and into over 5 saying tweet please. Sure, Aldo. Ooh hoo hoo, dude. What do we got inside? Oh wow! I don't even know what I would do here. I'm gonna take a guess and say you picked Aegon, but I think I would take Sorcerer Supreme. You took Sorcerer Supreme. All right, man. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Nice, dude. That's awesome. I think that's what I would have done too, man. I mean, Aegon, it's a tough call because Aegon obviously is so insane when ramped up and everything. But I really like Sorcerer Supreme, and Sorcerer Supreme does not need to be awakened, whereas Aegon does, and yeah. I would have taken Sorcerer Supreme. More arena, less tangent about arena. Oh, Hunter. Oh, shit. Whoa, it's not 9 p.m. What gives? Yeah, Static. I'm not going to be around tonight. It's the rare occurrence where I can't actually stream my normal time. So, I tried to delay things so that I could stream as late as possible today. But I might even have to cut the stream short, depending. So yeah. Website? Which website? My website? You want to check it out? It's pretty incredible. When you go there, it says this website is not live, or something like that. It says check with the owner of the website. You won't even get a 404 error. EG just got Cavalier. Hey, Andy, congratulations. That's awesome. Saying, what should I do next progression-wise? So, now that you're Cavalier, highly recommend doing as many of the variants as possible. The game opens up a little bit. It was, I think up until Cavalier, the game is fairly linear in terms of progression. You mostly want to stick to story while doing other things. You know, of course, like the event quests, side quests, and arenas appropriate for your level. But for the most part, you want to stick to going for Cavalier. But after you get Cavalier, you want to hit the back issues, the variants. And it depends on your roster as for which one you should go for first. You could experiment a little bit. I do recommend generally like picking one and, you know, making a few rank ups to help get you through that one. And then, you know, hopefully with the rank up gem that you get from that variant, that will kind of lead to the next variant for you to do. And yeah, by the time you make it through a few of the variants, your roster is going to be looking totally different than before that. So I recommend the later variants. They're on the left hand side when you go into that the back issues. They're not as difficult. Again, it does depend on your roster, but they're generally not as difficult, and they actually have better rewards. So you want to start with like the left 3 to 5 variants. Wait. Yeah. Basically variants 3 through 7. Got a birthday dinner tonight? No. Oh man. It's so far from my birthday. C-Post set over 2 saying Brian, Brain, Bean, Banana, Bald Cap, Grant. Last 2, sir. Okay. What are your last 2? Let's see. Fun fact, Venom the Duck is the only champ in MCOC to fully dex his special 3. He also has a 1-star awakened man thing, dude. Man. He's got not only the largest man thing, but the smallest at the same time. It's incredible. P.S. I am Cow Live. Wow. My name is Christopher. The party don't start until I walk in. Okay. Boo, dude. Ah, boo, man. Christopher Walken joke, really? IBG, did you check out the new Hail the Sun? There's a... No. I didn't even know there was new Hail the Sun, dude. You know, it's funny. I haven't listened to them in... I don't know. I went a while before listening to them. Maybe 8 months to a year or something like that. And then, yeah, I can't remember what made me want to watch one of his drum videos. There's some really good drum videos with that guy, man. For those that don't know, he's the drummer for the band is also the singer, Donovan something, I think. And normally I kind of hate that because, like, dude, drumming already takes so much coordination on its own that when, like, you add singing to the mix, you basically just have to cut back on your level of drumming a lot of times, you know. But this guy is magical, and somehow he's able to keep up, like, the intensity of his drumming while singing. It's ridiculous. I don't even know how it's possible. I consider myself a decent multitasker, being able to play and stream and stuff like that, but, you know, dude, this guy, like, he's a god. Anyway, so I ended up watching one of those, and then listen to some of the music again, listen to... Oh, God, I forget. Hold on. Pull up Spotify on my phone here. The, Cianvar or Cianvar, whatever it is. If you, it's not Carson. I can't remember if you listened to this or not. I can't remember if this came up in our conversations. It probably did, but, putting it in the chat. I recommend listening to that. It's like a 21 or 22 minute album or something like that, but dude, it's great. It's so good. I'm gonna have to check that out though, man. I didn't even realize. I'll check it out. Krista McNair. I don't know if Krista's in here today. But I'm seeing the membership renewal, so thank you very much for the continued support. A being sending over 5 saying my fingers are the most reliable people I know. I can always count on them. Okay. Boo. Why, guys? Why? I thought I could escape the jokes by streaming earlier. Nope. Most certainly could not. Boo. What's up, MSD? What's up, Glory? Right, I just turned on Raw. Why must you make me choose? MSD. Enjoy Raw, dude. I'll be here tomorrow. Raw may not be. Won't be able to sleep tonight without your stream. Oh, and I'm sorry. So sorry. You can get the Cav deals and also Thronebreaker for the milestones after. Yeah, if someone's asking about the way you can get Thronebreaker during 4th of July, I don't think they're going to change that, but who knows? They may. But yeah, typically in past years, if you're not... Like, you can buy offers that will get you to a new title, and then the offers reset. Dude, it would be... This would be really wild. I don't This would, yeah, this would be too much money. This would be too much money, but it'd be super crazy to do this. Start a new account the day that the deals go live. Like the instant that the deals go live, new account. Pick up every single offer. And then push, get the next title. Once again, pick up every single offer. Push, get the next title. Just rinse and repeat. And see if it's possible to hit like Thronebreaker that weekend. That would be nuts. But that would also be an incredible amount of money. Far too much. Brady Kenny, 705 saying, what's up, BG? Rank up question. Sig 200 Namor, Sig 40 Colossus, or unawakened I-Bomb to rank 3. Only have enough tier 5 basic for one champ at the moment. Brady, that's tough, dude. I would probably lean towards that Namor myself, because he's Sig 200. Like, dude, you already made the investment in that guy. I would probably just continue on with him. And rank up the others later. That said, it always depends on, like, here, man, I kind of hate it, like trying to give advice for rank 3s, because right now there's no need for rank 3s. We just don't really have a need outside of like prestige, which for prestige Namor is obviously the choice, or for Alliance War, where in Alliance War, I don't see any of those 3 champs get used a ton. I-Bomb probably gets used the most out of those. So yeah, like it's hard to say exactly who's going to be the best rank up for you. But I would probably go Namor myself. What you can do is you can delay things a little bit here and maybe see who we need for the Summer of Pain. I would keep that open as an option. If you only have enough tier 5 basic to rank up one champion, I would hate for like Summer of Pain to start, or well, like a week to come around during the Summer of Pain, and you're like, oh damn, I can't take on this challenge because I ranked up this other champion. Now I don't have the catalyst, you know. So you can maybe delay the rank up, just a consideration. But otherwise, I'd probably go with that Namor, man. Sig 200, that's just so hard to pass up. You don't have to, though, just to be clear. If Namor, if you're not feeling him, if you want to just leave him Sig 200 rank 2, because, well, he is mostly just Sig dependent, not necessarily rank dependent, you could always choose someone else. But I would go Namor, I think. Like, all right, here's the other thing about Namor that doesn't get talked about too much. Namor, he's I'm going to compare him to Corvus for a second. You know how with Corvus, you want to end the fight before you run out of glaive charges? That's kind of like what Namor is. You want to end the fight with one cycle of his specials. That's it. Which a lot of times you can do, even at 6-star rank 2, you'll probably be able to do that. But there will be situations where you can't, and then it kind of sucks if you can't just blow the opponent up. Whew, had to sneeze real quick. So yeah, getting the additional firepower for Namor, giving him the additional ranks can sometimes be really good. So all right, let's keep this grind going. Bless you. Thanks guys, appreciate it. BG, can you check tweets? Okay, let me see. What do we have here? BG just completed variant 6 and got a mutant rank up gem and a Modok. Took Sunspot to rank 5. Do you think this is worth it since I already have Magneto? Yeah, man. Sunspot's a powerful champ. I don't know who your other options are. But Sunspot is a good champ to have ranked up. Absolutely. They share some similarities in that they both deal with prowess. So if there's like a prowess node that you need to fight or something like that, you know, you might not need both. But in many other ways, they're completely different. Their tags are very different. One's a hero, one's a villain. You know, he's got Incinerate immunity, Sunspot that is. Come on, buddy. 2%. What a butthead, guys. What a jerk. Man, I wish Joe Fixit was getting the buff. I'm still sad that he got no votes on the polls, man. BG, what am I gonna watch later if no stream later tonight? I don't know, man. Hope you got a subscription to one of the many streaming services. It'll probably keep you more entertainment than my streams anyway. Sorry, man. Some days it's like this. Who puts power gain champs in the arena? Thank you. Finally, someone's asking the important questions. Who is doing this? Why would anybody put a power gain champion in the arena? On who should I concentrate to get Thronebreaker title as a 6-star rank 3? Falcon, Cable with Apocalypse 565, Tigra, Angela, or Void, all unduped. I will get one more 6-star before 6.4 is done. 25% selector. I would probably... So those are all unduped. I mean, I definitely wouldn't go Void. Cross him off the list. The best I'm going to be able to do is try to help you to narrow this down some. I would take Void off the list entirely. Without a doubt. I mean, that might be the best I could help you to narrow down. Actually, I don't know. Because they're all unduped. Angela's Awakened ability is pretty nice. I was about to rank her up unawakened myself, but not really as my first. But then again, for Thronebreaker, if you run Suicides, Angela is going to be the best out of that list. I can tell you that much. So that would be the only way I would select Angela, is if you run Suicides. And then I would go with her. If you do not run Suicides... Yeah, I don't know, man. Between Falcon, Cable, and Tigra. Like I was just saying before, we don't really need rank 3 6-stars at the moment, so you're going to have to just make the personal preference call on that one. There's nothing that I could really tell you game-wise as to what's going to be the best decision. And I can at least tell you Cable doesn't need to be awakened. I hear mixed things about Tigra all the time, so I don't know what to say about her awaken ability. Some people say she doesn't need to be awakened. Some other people say, yeah, actually she does, and it's much better at higher sig or something like that. But yeah, Cable doesn't need to be awakened. Falcon, he doesn't need to be awakened. But I wonder if I'd rather just play a 565 awakened Falcon versus an unawakened one. I don't know. You got my first 5-star yesterday. Dr. Doom, I'm not kidding. Whoa, William. Congratulations, dude. That's about as good as it gets right there, man. Pulling Doom on your first 5-star. That's crazy. Did you make a compilation vid of your best crystal openings? Maybe at some point in the future, but I don't have any plans to currently. But maybe at some point. You going for the champ? No, I'm just going for milestones. I already have Sim Supreme. I've got both the arena champs. So it was kind of an easy decision not to grind for either of them. I'm not playing any unduped Falcon. That damage is too underwhelming. Yeah, you miss out on the damage, and it only extends the lock-on duration by 2 seconds, but I mean, 2 seconds, it's noticeable. And then, yeah, all the that extra damage, too. Usually what happens is that I open fully formed crystal and it's a bad pull. I go for redemption cav. Seldom ever redeeming though. I did, however, finally get a 5-star nick. Hey, Hunter, congrats on your 5-star nick. By the sounds of it, it sounds like you're still at about -5 units. Still blowing them all on calves. GG, it's been a while, but always happy to tune in for some MCOC. Love the community. Hell yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about. Welcome back. First 5-star was MODOK. Second one was Korg. RIP. Yeah, that's pretty crummy luck right there, man. I think MODOK is... I guess I think he was underrated. These days, with so many champions getting buffed, I no longer think he's underrated. I think he was much better than players gave him credit for. I feel like he was above average, but now at this point, I mean, how many champions have gotten buffed? And pretty much every single buff has been better than MODOK, so. Sims for Rogues, and in over €2, and I got my first 5-star a week ago, and it was Groot. Congratulations on a future good buff, maybe? RIP, man. RIP. Yeah, Groot, sadly, not a good champ. But he's bound to be buffed at some point, right? We all know it. It's gonna happen one day. We just don't know when that day is gonna come. Hey, my first 5-star was Iron Patriot, so... A lot of people's first 5 stars are garbage. It happens. Good luck on your next crystal, dude. MODOK's heavy is so much fun. It is pretty fun. Absolutely. I think auto block abilities, just in general, they've always been on the underrated side. Auto block, it's always something people talk about when you're fighting against the opponent, but really, dude, I love having auto block available when I'm playing the champion. It's one of the things I always loved about Medusa, just having that auto block ability. So good. GG, do you think the value of Abyss Exploration is starting to depreciate due to new rewards and how easy they are to access? A bit, yeah. I mean, that's kind of how it goes in this game. Whenever new content comes out, the rewards for older content, the value goes down a bit. But the thing is, there's usually it's usually proportional. And by that I mean, let's look at Labyrinth of Legends. That's the best example right there. Labyrinth of Legends. The rewards, of course, they're no longer as good as when the content first came out, but it's a night and day difference in terms of difficulty. Now people are getting through that place without spending any units. And I mean, technically I got through my first path without spending any units, which was unheard of at the time. But like now that's just common. That's completely common. And I didn't go through 100% of it without spending units. I went through, I picked up a special offer, that way I didn't have to farm potions again. That, I mean, like, because that was with a ton of preparation. It was unitless, but a ton of preparation compared to nowadays where it's like, okay, get yourself Aegon, max him out, stash some revives, get a few potions maybe, but not a ton. And Easy game. So yeah, Abyss, it's only getting easier while the reward value is depreciating. It'll always be worth doing. What are the best awakened champs or unawakened champs in your opinion? I don't know if I can give you an entire list off the top of my head, but I can name a few. Doom, Torch, Warlock. Just looking at my own roster. Apocalypse. There's some champs where their awakened abilities are not very good, and then other champs where like the awakened ability is really good, but the champ itself is just so good that you could still call them a good unawakened champ, like Professor X. iBomb, Kingpin. Still naming my own champs. Magneto is another example, like I was talking about with Professor X, where his awakened ability is great, but Magneto's base kit is just so strong. Yeah, those are some off the top of my head, at least. Hope the social progression feature will make clearing older content always have some value. I hope so, too. Also, Karina's challenges. Karina's like, dude, I mean, I've said this before, too, since we just talked about Labyrinth. The rewards for Labyrinth, like, technically have been updated with Karina's challenges. I would not touch Labyrinth of Legends until I was Thronebreaker. At all. And maybe there's going to be something like that for the Abyss one day where, yeah, clearing Abyss right now I think is still worth it. It's still a good idea, but, you know, when we have 6-star champs at rank 5 or something like that, it might be Karina's challenges chapter 4 or something like that, and it's like, all right, clear the Abyss with X restrictions or whatever. Yeah, the good old days before BG betrayed Gwenpool. That's true, man. I have completely betrayed Gwenpool. Gwenpool was like, she would have been at or near the top of my list of best unawakened champions at that time. I mean, I was using an unawakened Gwenpool just fine. Happy with it. I mean, I did awaken her eventually, but she was good unawakened. What does CEO stand for? I see it in so many videos. CEO is Chief Executive Officer, right? I think that's that's what it stands for. But it just means like you're like the owner of a company. And when people say they're the CEO, they're saying their luck is so good. They're basically the owner of the company. That's the only way that they could explain that kind of luck. Like their luck is so good they rigged the crystals. Because, yeah, the game is theirs, kind of thing. Honestly, the 4-star Star-Lord isn't that crazy for Labyrinth. I almost did my initial clear with a 4-star back in the day. I don't know how I feel about that one. I'm kind of not looking forward to it, and I kind of am at the same time. It is Hobbit. At the time, it wasn't crazy. But, dude, by today's standards, with how much the game has changed, it's still kind of crazy. You know? Back then, we just accepted getting plowed in the butt. To be honest, I still want to get plowed in the butt. It sounds so weird. Oh, man. I still, like, the game, in some ways, has gotten a little too relaxed, a little too easy. Toning down certain things is fun. But, I don't know. And now that Kabam added those Karina's challenges, and now that there's also the Summer of Pain and the Gauntlet, like I feel like they're finding a better balance between. At one point in time, maybe the game was too hard, and then maybe it was too easy, and now it feels like they're finding a good balance of both. So yeah, I feel like the game's heading in the right direction. Feels pretty good to now also have some access to Sig Stones. Sierra Ghost, I hope I didn't mess up your name. Thank you very much for the 5, saying, given how Liquid Courage and double-edged friendly Diablo seems, something not applicable to most mystics, does that alone make you want to rank him? No. I still have to read his kit, but if you're telling me he's suicide friendly, no. That is not enough for me to want to rank up a champion. That's how it used to be before there were a lot of options like that. Dude, I literally was just, that was like the first thing I looked for. If a new champion came out and they had immunities, dude, I was all over that champion. I played the crap out of Ultron. When Iceman came out, of course, you know, I wanted Iceman. Dormammu was an interesting one. I mean, I was definitely very interested in Dormammu with his immunities, but I don't think I ever really played him too much. But these days, there's so many champions that are suicide friendly that it definitely takes more. Also, like, we were just talking about how the game was different, right? Or the game is different now. Something I noticed going through 7.2, there's only 6 fights per path, and then the boss. Champions these days, they don't have as strong of a need to be suicide friendly in content like that. Of course, that's not the only content in the game, but you know, if you're like if you're not going to take as many hits of that bleed at the start of the fight, then bleed immunity suddenly is not as important. Not to mention, we also have the Fury synergy. We have the Horseman abilities. There's just more and more ways to deal with those masteries, and like less of a need to deal with them because quests these days are shorter. I don't remember how many fights it was per quest in Act 6, like if we averaged it out, or Act 5, but I'm fairly certain they were longer paths. So we'll see about Diablo though. I was just talking yesterday, and I think the day before that, or sometime recently, I don't know. But I was talking about it a lot, how I'm not really a fan of Diablo's look. And like a champion's look doesn't totally determine if I'm gonna like them or not, obviously, right? But sometimes you just get that feel about a champ. Just looking, I'm like, I'd rather just play someone that I, you know, just kind of naturally gravitate towards, someone who I think looks really cool. That's an important part of the champion's kit right there, man. So yeah, I don't know. I think the Gauntlet was a good balance. There were times where I was having a lot of fun, and then there were times, or a time or two, where I hit deep MCOC depression. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's a good point, because you may only need each champ for 1 or 2 fights. Yep, and then you could switch in a healthy champ before the boss. Good shout. Yep, exactly. The entire game, if you consider it that way, has just become more friendly to the suicide masteries. Which All right, you guys know how I like to nerf everything, right? I'm not saying the Suicide Mastery should be nerfed before we even get into this conversation. But I've brought it up sometimes in the past, not nearly as much as like OP champions, but for the longest, I've considered Suicide Masteries just to be like too powerful. I don't think they're too powerful. Like I don't think it has to be this way, I guess is what I'm getting at. We just need more mastery options. We need more, like we need different builds that we can choose. If you need a disclaimer, yeah, I know. Basically, dude, that's one of those like, I'm not racist, but that's the comments. I'm not saying to nerf the Suicide Masteries, but God, no, seriously though, I don't want them nerfed. I think like you can make an argument that there's been less of a need for Suicide Masteries as well, with Kabam adding nodes and adding champions that just gain a lot more attack. You know, champions that have big furies or just gain attack through their abilities, not necessarily the base attack. Or like look at the Cavalier nodes. Can you tell the difference running suicides or not running suicides when the Cavalier node stacks up 350% attack anyway? I mean, you could probably still tell a little bit of a difference, but you know what I mean. It's I just want them to add different mastery setups, I guess, is what I'm getting at, though. We need more interesting choices with our masteries. We don't need a ton, but, like, if we can get, like, 2 other types of mastery builds. Like, I think there should be a heavy defense-focused mastery build and a heavy proficiency-focused mastery build to go along with like the variety of offensive mastery builds we have. I guess I would consider this. I would consider the like Suicide Masteries, that would be the offensive mastery build, right? And while there are other offensive masteries that are not the Suicides, I wouldn't consider those the offensive mastery build. I would just consider those like supplemental offensive masteries. The same way that I would consider willpower to be a supplemental defensive mastery, but you don't really like build entirely around willpower, right? Same thing for like the stun masteries and the proficiencies and stuff like that. So yeah, if we could just have like some competition in the mastery space, that's really what we need. And then nothing would have to be nerfed. Nerf suicides, you monster! I was with you on Scarlet Witch, Ghost, Quake, but suicide, it's too far. PWF, no, man. Don't get it twisted. Oh man. Don't want them nerfed. I think that the larger health pools in Act 7 still add value to suicide-friendly champs, especially on certain nodes that require special spamming. Wait. Still add value to... Well, no, yeah. In Act 7, oh, for sure, the suicide masteries are a noticeable difference. I was saying that the Cavalier, like monthly event quest, you don't really gain a lot of value from having suicides for those nodes, unless you just want to ignore the node and play Ghost, which you could totally do, and in some ways it's faster than playing the node itself. But yeah, I mean, for some champs obviously it's still good too, just the ones that are like beyond friendly, like Omega Red, where you're just straight up benefiting from them. Then yeah, like crazy strong for him. But for a lot of other champions, you already gain so much attack that it's like, do you even need to suffer recoil to be hitting like a truck? No, you don't. GG, why so early? Just because I'm not going to be around later tonight. So, gotta do an early stream today. Get the grind on early. Would a Sig 160 rank 4 Magneto Red be good to try and get Cav? Absolutely. Yeah. That Magneto is going to decimate all of the robots that you come across. And a lot of just the metal tagged champions. You might still need some other champions to help you get through some other fights. But that Magneto will do a lot of the heavy lifting. Yeah. People have been asking for a new version of Deep Wounds for other debuff types. Would that be too powerful, or could the relic system compensate for that area of the game? It depends on how they do it, Hunter. Because there are some champions that, like, they were balanced without having any sort of mastery influence over them. So... what's a good example? Shock, maybe. Well, I was gonna say Black Widow deodorant, because she has a lot of shock. Oh no, okay, all right. Let's do Incinerate. Let's go with Incinerate. Here we go. Because Black Widow, she's not like OP. She's just fairly. She's got good shock damage, and actually a shock mastery could bump her up to levels of being more competitive. But let's take someone who is already ultra competitive, actually OP, and say Torch. If there's a mastery that increases the duration of that guy's incinerates, his damage is just going to go up even further, for one. And for two, you're going to be able to stack up even more debuffs, which will further reduce the healing of the opponents. And let's say, okay, so you don't increase the duration of it. Maybe just increase the potency or something like that. And for Torch, that might not be that OP, depending on how it would interact with the Smolders, because he's already gaining potency there. So if we just added on and just acted as if he had like an additional Smolder or two, wouldn't be that bad. But then let's say you increase the damage of Shock this time around. And now we're looking at Nebula with her synergy, and would she just end a fight with a special 2 if you're increasing the damage of that, or the duration, or I don't know. There's probably better examples that we can look at, but the bottom line is these champions, they're balanced around these masteries not existing. The other downside, I would say, to having masteries that would affect these things is bleed is pretty universal. Not every champion causes the opponent to bleed, but think about how many champions cause bleed compared to some of the more obscure damage over time effects. There's not that many Incinerate champions. There's not that many Shock champions. There's not that many Cold Snap champions, you know? So is it really going to be worth investing a bunch of your mastery points to only buff up a couple champions that you're realistically playing? Maybe in some cases, yeah. But maybe that stuff also just fits better outside of the mastery trees. Maybe it is better to put that stuff in relics or just synergies or whatever, you know? That way you're not having to make such a large sacrifice for essentially buffing up one champion anyway. Let's get back to the arena. Game crash. Speed up D! Sanding over a... I love you. Speed up D! Appreciate the love and support as always, man. Oh my god, dude. I think I just scrambled my brain on that one. Holy Jesus. I gotta remember to never ever do that again. Where am I? Is anybody... You know what? Just gonna... Just in case I got a headache from that, might as well start hydrating now. God. Alright. Anyway, thanks, Beat Up T. BG, if you ever get locked out of your house, talk to your lock calmly, because communication is the key. Oh, shit. Shed, why do you do this? Thank you for the buck. But boo, dude. It's true, though. Communication is key, I will say. But boo. When did they add 6-star Unstoppable Colossus? Like a few days ago. Has it even been a week? I don't think it's been a week yet. It's been like 5 days or something. PG, what is your favorite Marvel character? It's Man-Thing. I was trying to think if there's like, no, it's just Man-Thing. All right, here's the thing. I don't know much about Marvel. So, actual favorite Marvel character written by the people that write the comics, I have no idea. Don't really have one. But in my head, thanks to like the walk-off animation of Man-Thing and just his general nonchalant attitude where he doesn't seem to have a care in the world. And he's just like this big lumbering creature. That's, I don't know. I just have an idea of who Man-Thing really is. And that's why he's my favorite. He just seems like a great big dummy that would be fun to hang out with. But also, you gotta be careful because you could put some pustules on you, man. Can someone explain why BG does a special announcement for Speed Up D? It's great, but I wonder why for him specifically. I cannot answer that. I do not know. It just sort of happened this way. Did you grind for Sim Supreme? Nah, I already have Sim Supreme. No need. I'm getting close to earning my first 100k battle chips, and I'm 4 chapter parts away from being uncollected. Guillotine with Purgatory Synergy, and my rank 3 Jubilee being carrying me. Nice. Well, that's cool, man. Good stuff. Yo, BG, you're super early today. Grinding for Sim Supreme? No, man. Nope. Oh, I guess that's why so many people are asking if I'm grinding for the champion today. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. I'm like, man, why does everyone think I'm going for Sim Supreme? Yeah, that makes sense. I hadn't even considered, but a lot of times when I am going for a champion, I stream early. But no, man, I won't be around later tonight, so that's all there is to it. Last BG to wrap up my mini tangent. Let me see. And yet it is also fairly universally spread for champions that are bleed immune or resistant, which negates the mastery totally. However, more niche dots can take over in that aspect. I completely disagree with that line of thinking. Yeah, I mean, if you were just picking champions at random, it negates the mastery totally, sure. But we don't pick champions to fight at random. We pick champions based on their ability to handle that fight, so... there's a lot of situations. There's a lot of bleed immunes, sure. But there's also a lot of opponents that are not bleed immune, and... You just don't use your champion. You don't use a bleed-based champion when they are bleed immune. That's all there is to it. I don't think it negates it. Ah, really? That hit me? You son of a... there's a reason why it's not the most popular mastery. I think there's more than one reason why it's not the most popular mastery, but bleed immunes definitely do add to that factor. But another reason is that it's very expensive, just like unit wise, and suicide's OP, man. It's just like kind of as simple as that, you know. They really are just very, very powerful. Like, you could run both. I guess the other part about the, like, if you're not running a suicide mastery setup, one of the reasons why you might not be running suicides is because you're using champions that spam specials. And skill champions, I mean, it's not like they're casting fewer specials than other champs, but like, you might be running Mystics or Professor X or, you know, champions that don't cause bleed normally anyway. That's what I'm getting at. So there's just not that many, there's not as many situations where it makes sense to run them, but I don't think it negates it. What BG didn't say is there's more to the speed up D message. It comes after stream. Casual Cashew sent out a buck saying because Speed Up D has sent over Love Buck every day since the Duck created the universe. Something like that, yeah. Thank you, Casual Cashew. BG, what is the champ you want most right now? Hard to say. I'd really like a champion that I can use my Mutant Awakening gem on, so I think Namor or Professor X. I would love Archangel for future Legends runs, if I decide to even do more Legends runs. I don't know, man. I swear, every time I finish a Legends run, I'm like, okay, happy I did that, but never doing it again. And then the next event comes around, and I'm like, okay, here we go again. I'm doing another Legends run. So, yeah, man, having a 6-star Archangel would also be pretty insane, considering how much I used the 5-star version last, you know, for 7.2. Silver Surfer just for prestige. Eye Bomb if I can awaken my Eye Bomb. I would love to awaken my Magneto House of X. I love to awaken my Thing. Odin. Since I'll be grinding for him, might as well include him in the list. There's probably a bunch of others that I'm just not immediately coming to mind. I'm saying you wouldn't put those points in the mastery if your path was mostly immune, so adding a new version of it would overshadow since more aren't immune to Incinerate or Shock, for example. Yeah, if your path was mostly immune, then yeah, it wouldn't make sense to run bleed-based champs. But I don't know, we're just gonna have to agree to disagree on this one, I guess. How do Legends runs even work? There's a few different types of Legends runs. Okay. Sorry, I just got a message. Alright, we'll probably have to... Alright, anyway. Never mind. What was I gonna say? So there's a few different types of Legends runs. The Legends run in Heroic and Master of the event quest that comes out every month. That is just as soon as you enter the quest, you have to 100% both Heroic and Master without any breaks or anything like that. The faster that you get through it, the faster your time is, and yeah, you have essentially 2 weeks to submit your time. The clock starts when you enter the quest, and yeah, the top 100 times they get the Legends title along with a couple of small rewards. Then we have Legends for the story content, which works a little bit different. I should not have done a heavy attack against this guy. Why did I do that? So it's again still like a time attack type system where as soon as you start your run, you know, it's basically just recording your time until you finish, except it's only recording your in-fight time. It's not recording time between fights. And yeah, they generally give like a month for people to do their runs. And then yeah, the rewards are a little bit better since that is content that only comes out every so often versus every month. Is 32 mil for the 6-star Gwen? Yeah, that's about what she went for in round 1. If you're grinding for the champion, highly recommend going higher because you never know what round 2 is going to be. But that is about what she went for in round 1. GG, what's the latest on the new account challenge plans? Don't have anything to share at the moment. Still considering if I want to do a 1-week new account challenge, like similar to McFabio and Unzo, or if I want to do maybe a little bit of a longer one this next go around and go for Thronebreaker. I haven't made a video talking about that, so that might be news to some people, but I did make a tweet about it the other night. I am considering doing that. GG, you still haven't awakened your thing? You know there are pills for that. Well, maybe Kabam will sell some for the 4th of July. We'll see. Was that how you get a Legends title on your profile pic, by completing 7.2? It's not just by completing the content. You're racing against other players for a top 100 fastest time. Why don't Kabam take the bottom 4 to 5 least used champions each month and bump their attack up a few percent? Can always overhaul later, but would help the sting of pulling a bottom feeder champ. I kind of like the system they're doing now better than that. I think the system they're doing now is pretty good. To be honest, I wouldn't even mind if they dropped it down to 2 champions per month instead of 3. I rather like the quality over quantity, I guess. And yeah, taking like the least used champs and bumping up their attack, it would get the quantity up higher, but you could run into issues doing stuff like that. For a lot of champions, it just wouldn't matter enough. And then for other champions, it could break the game if they're not cautious. I also think that some of the new champions that came out this year, they haven't been the best that they could be. Whereas maybe if they took a little bit of time away from buffing up the champs, if they dropped it back to only 2 buffs a month, then maybe there wouldn't be any new champs that really, or there'd be fewer new champs that get released without any sort of I don't know, without being like underwhelming, I guess is the right way to say it. Maybe that wouldn't be the case. Maybe there's always going to be underwhelming champs and that's just how it goes. But I don't know. Next account challenge game name should be Beanie Grant. And you got to wear the beanie every stream for the new account challenge. Screw that. Especially if that happens during the summertime. Like, it's already kind of hot in here, man. So screw that. GG, do you think Kabam may be holding out on buffing the classic Avengers so they can create some type of new Fantastic Four Ultimate Synergy team? No, I think they just take a long time to buff up, and maybe they want to change their animations and stuff like that, because they have buffed up some of the Avengers, but like they added the Avengers to this game really early on. And like every single one of them needs a full overhaul, a full complete overhaul, you know? So at most you can do like one of those champions a month. And then I wouldn't really want every single month to be Avenger month. I like the idea of giving an overhaul to Groot or Diablo, I guess. I don't know. Actually, I don't care about Diablo. Bad example. But there's other champions that need overhauls too. I don't want them just to ignore the other ones that need overhauls in favor of the Avengers. For every Ultron, there's one Ebony Maw. Yeah. The beanie over the bald cap? Just too much headwear. Agreed, Mike. Agreed. BG, do you think I should try going for Act 6 Exploration or 7.2 Exploration? 7.2. I think is easier than Act 6. Well, I actually haven't done Act 6 since they nerfed it, but actually that'd be a good reason to have an account that lasts a little bit longer than a week, I guess. But in general, most people say they have a better time in Act 7, so recommend Act 7. Thing that irks me the most is when Kabam buffs a champ where there's multiple variations of them and one gets left in the dust like Daredevil. If they ever buff Cap OG, I doubt World War II would get one too. Probably not at the same time, but I don't think that means they're never gonna get buffed. Thor and Widow are two of those champs. They were already nerfed, so they're gonna be controversial. The rest are easy to buff up, and no one will care anyway. You think they're going to be controversial? I don't know. I don't think they can buff Thor back to his original state. I don't see how to be possible, man. That guy was just too insane. Like, his utility is not up there the way that, you know, someone like Ghost has that crazy utility, but if you could just parry 3 times and then do like a... I don't even know how much you'd be dealing on a medium attack. If you could 9-shot Winter Soldier with a 4-star champion, what would you be able to do with a 6-star rank 3 version? I don't know if my head can handle something like that. When are the legend rewards coming out? Probably a couple months from now. Kabam, they take a bit longer on the Act Legends leaderboards. Try to clean up as many cheaters as possible. Act 6 sucks. It's hard, but really fun. That's kind of how I feel about it, man. I actually had a good time in most parts of Act 6. I really didn't like 6.3, but I enjoyed it. How about an additional little challenge on a new account where you can't use any of the top 5 champs in each class? Who determines who the top 5 are? I wouldn't want to do it anyway, because, like, you know, you don't really get to pick on a new account. I'm gonna open like 1 to 2 6-star crystals during the first week of an account. which is already a lot. Like, you know, most people don't get their first 6-star for a long time, but the fact that I can probably get 1 to 2 6-stars. Oh, you parried me right there? Are you serious? What if one of them is a top 5 champion? Do I just not play that 6-star? Like that, I can't do that. Same thing with the 5-stars. I don't get that many. Alright, I just wanted to use my special 3. This butthead, dude. Jeez. I mean, anything they do will be under the microscope, whether those champs deserve the nerf or not at the time. Expectations will be interesting. You're right. It definitely will be interesting. Absolutely right there. Casual Cashew sending over another buck saying it would kind of suck if all the buffs were super crazy too. It's nice having a break on a quest lane in between semi-annoying or really annoying fights. OG champs are good fodder. Yeah, I definitely agree with that too. It's... I don't know. Some champions... like Daredevil. I would say Daredevil just made the game worse. You know? Like, Daredevil used to be so fun fighting this guy. Super easy. One of the easiest in the game to fight against. You know, his classic Daredevil counterpart had that annoying projectile evade, so he was a little bit more annoying to deal with. I mean, this guy, he always had like a little bit of that too, I think, right? But anyway, he was always super easy to fight. His specials, they didn't take 14 years to fully animate. And nobody really plays this guy anyway. I mean, some people do, don't get me wrong, but it's... most people found his buff to be underwhelming. And all he's done since release is become more annoying on defense. It's not even like Alliance War meta type defense. It's like I'm going through a quest and I just wanted an easy fight. and now I have to deal with this guy, you know? I wonder if Daredevil's going to be in the Summer of Pain. And they're going to give him a node where he's just constantly throwing the special one. And it's like an unblockable special one. So you're backed up against the wall because it takes ages for him to throw it out. You have to stay in there and try to dodge every single one of his hits. I feel like they could easily turn this guy into a Summer of Pain encounter. Anyway, ever thought of just having a second account? Yeah, I've thought about it, but I don't think I would enjoy. I think I would get burnt out on the game if I had more than one account. I've always said that's the fastest way to make me quit MCOC, is to have more than one account, but it would be nice to have more than one account. So trying to draw the line in a place that's like, okay, it's not a permanent second account, but what if I just went for Thronebreaker? I don't know. This dude costs revives on Bane chapter. Oh yeah, dude, in Act 5. Yeah. Now his special one is as long as the whole Netflix series. Wow, dude. Yeah. Soaping Ronin's practicality has not changed, as he's currently the best champ in the game to use and to practice intercepts with. You think so? I never found him to be that good to practice intercepting with myself, but I don't think he's gonna change too much. He already had like a full kit. His damage was just on the underwhelming side, so. Love your vids. You're the reason I got back into this game. Cool, man. Glad you enjoy the content. Welcome back. Don't give them ideas, man. They're always listening. Yeah. True, dude. They Might add one additional week of the Summer of Pain. Daredevil. Baiting his special one makes me want to head dive into a pile of bees. Oh. Sound like a typical Tuesday for you? Can you try CGR and Heimdall? They're a good team, maybe OP. Right now I'm just grinding the arena, man. I'm not really trying out different teams. And I also don't even have a CGR, so... Magic is the best champ to practice intercepts with. She's okay. I like auto block champions for practicing intercepting. I think they're the best. Or if you want to practice light attack intercepting, champions with a long light attack reach are really good. Medusa kind of has both of those things. Auto block and a fairly long light attack reach. Have they ever buffed a champ that isn't available as a 6-star? Not sure if Thor and Scarlet Witch will get touched. Did they... Is Thor... I thought they added Thor as a 6-star. Am I mistaken in that? Let's go take a look. Thor, where are you? He's here. He's got the 6-star border on Aunt May. I can't remember if he's like actually in the basic or featured or just a special Cav crystal or what. But yeah, I was pretty sure he was available as a 6-star. But maybe you're just talking about the basic pool. Other people are saying Thor is a 6-star. Where? Remind me, guys. Was he in the basic or like the featured crystal? I mean, featured crystal might as well be the basic because it gets added to the basic. So was he one of those champs, or they're adding him to the 6-star basic next week? Okay. Oh, so he's in the featured right now. Okay. Got it. Scarlet Witch. Honestly, I don't know if Scarlet Witch needs to be buffed. Anyway, like I don't think she's the best mystic anymore. But I think her kit is fine where it is. Thor, I do think could use a little bit of love. I don't think he needs a ton of love. But if they gave him just like a little tuning. Like, if you just consider his power level amongst all the champions, he's not that far away from being like a solid champion. But he's also freaking Thor. He should have a little bit more to him, right? Alright, Redwoods. Sea engine over $1. Same. Michael Keaton took roles like Batman, Birdman, and recently Vulture from Spider-Man movie. I guess you can say he's a good wingman. Yeah, that didn't even get the laugh track. That was the crickets right there. Boo, dude. Boo, man. Redwood. Terrible. Oh, absolutely terrible. Alright, guys. I hate to end things a little bit early here. But like I was saying before, I actually just have to go. Which is why I was streaming early in the first place, because I see people are still asking why. I'm not going to be here tonight. So, we're actually going to be wrapping things up. Oh, I got the crickets? I'll boo myself on that one. Oh, man. But yeah, we're going to have to wrap things up. Open 1 cav? Absolutely not. 300 units? Or was it 175 for the regular calves? Ain't doing it. Does BG have an Instagram? No. I only have the OnlyFans. If you want to see me without the bald cap, you gotta check the link in the description for my OnlyFans. Costs $400 monthly. But it's there. Come on, units! No! Passed right by the units, you monster. Stupid crystal. Thanks for the distraction, BG. Hope to catch you tomorrow. Alright, Ms. Jane. Sounds good. See you tomorrow. And yeah, I will see you all tomorrow. Before I go, though, shout out to Tom Gorino for being tonight's biggest D. You're a tease, BG. Torrance. I know, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. But I will be back tomorrow. Back to normal time tomorrow. This may have to happen from time to time, but probably not much. I don't know the next time that I'm gonna have to do an early stream like this. It'll be back to normal after tonight. But anywho, I'll see you guys. Bye, everybody.